So do you have any advice for people who want to create and work in cartooning but don't have the art school experience? And what advice slash tip would you give to someone who wants to create a show?
Um,
Don't let not going to art school hold you back. Anybody at any time can make, all you have to do is do it. Draw, paint, write, whatever your creative drive is, follow it. School is just, it costs a lot. Nobody guarantees you work after. Like, it's definitely great for meeting people. I mean, I met Rebecca at school, but I also knew you online. So who knows? Maybe I would have met you anyway.
right.
You know, sometimes you meet teachers who can help you out. It's a nice experience, but it's not a required experience, and it's not something that we required of anybody we hired.
Right. I think there are plenty of cases where someone is doing independent comics or has work online that exhibits storytelling skills that they may not have gone to school, but if you can write and draw, and if you can tell a compelling story through drawings, that's a skill that very few people have. I think the other thing is, if you just know the basics of perspective and layout, like if you can draw a character standing on the ground and moving through a room, a lot of these skills, it's not. Some books that really helped me. Oh, did I break up?
Yeah, you broke up.
Okay. I learned a lot from a book called Perspective for Comic Book Artists by David Chelsea. Those skills are really critical as a board artist. You can't just draw characters floating. They have to be walking around and existing in physical space. I learned a lot about figure drawing from Figure Drawing for All It's Worth, and also just from going to life drawing classes. And while I was in high school, I would drive to a local college on the weekends and take figure drawing there. So before I was in college, I was able to do life drawing, and that's very critical. So
you can also do that on the street, in the park. If you are in a city that has a subway, like, you can just observe people in life. You don't need to go to a school if it's something you can't afford or just don't have the time to do it.
Absolutely. But I do think that the greatest advantage of going to a school is that it just gives you time and a place where all you're doing is working, and where you're meeting other people who are passionate about what you're passionate about. But if you can, there are many ways to make that happen for yourself. If you can just give yourself time and space to draw, and also get in contact with people who are passionate about what you're passionate about. So